Well, hi.
We're back.
Here we are. We're back. I'm back.
Yeah.
It's still the pandemic, and I'm
Yeah.
back. Well, today we're going to load up some Saggars. Saggars are containers, and traditionally they were, I believe, used in Egypt in the old days. And each piece would go into one saggar that was made of clay, and that protected the piece from, they probably used wood as fuel, so it protected the piece from anything falling in or too much ash getting on it. But we use it today now to decorate. So these are a couple of pieces that I'm going to refire. They were fired. This one was Obvara, and this one was an old Saggar, but I didn't like exactly how it came out. So we'll try doing it again and see what happens. I don't have any just plain bisware, unfortunately. So the type of things I use to put in my Saggar, I use tin foil to have my Saggar, and I use all sorts of things to put in it. This is ferric chloride, which is an acid, and that's what gets the pink color here. I like using this a lot. I use a lot of salt. Salt gets some really nice pinks and purples. I use copper wire sometimes. This is what stained glass makers use. I guess between the glass, I guess. So someone introduced me to this, and I like it. It leaves a black line, and it's fine. This is an old kitchen scrubber. It's called Churboy. They're hard to find, but you can find them. I know I find them up in Provincetown at that Land's End hardware store. But they're scrubbies. So it's copper. It's made out of copper. So copper leaves a dark line. I don't have any to show you, but hopefully these will come out with dark lines on them. So salt, sugar, coffee. Old coffee grounds.
Are those used?
Those are used and dried. Left over from other Saggars. So this is coffee. I think this is coffee grinds. I think so. With some hay. This is an old bag of coffee filter. This is some sawdust, some wood chips. I get them wherever I can. People are happy to get rid of them. I also use seaweed at times. Here's some hay that's been soaked in copper and then dried. So those are the things I use. I'm not very scientific about it. Some people know exactly when they put a piece into a Saggar and they put all these chemicals. They say they pretty much know exactly what's going to happen. I have no idea, and I like it that way. Sort of the surprise. So here's my Saggar. Tin foil. A whole bunch of it. Okay. And I don't know if it matters which side. This is the shiny side up, and this is the dull side up. I'm going to use the dull. So, but I haven't found that it matters. So I scrunch it up a little bit, and then I pull it out. And that's my Saggar. So the first one I'm going to do is this guy. So this is Obvara, which is a different kind of firing that I've been liking doing, and maybe sometime we can do that. It's really fun.
Yep.
But it just didn't come out the way I like it. So first thing, especially with ferric chloride, gloves. That's why we're outside. Ferric chloride can be a little toxic. I keep water here, because if I get any on my skin, I can just put my finger in the water and it neutralizes it immediately. So I've never gotten burnt or anything with it. And I'm going to pour it. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can dip in ferric chloride, you can pour, or you can brush. So today I'm going to do some pouring and some brushing. There we go. My hand's wet, it's hard to get these on. Anyway, there's no science going to this. I'm going to get my sugar and my salt ready. Okay, and I'm just going to pour. No science to it. Okay, but it's wet, and when it's wet, I like to add some salt because it sticks to it. Okay, I think I did a good job. I think I got everything. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the table to dry a little bit. So I'm going to do this piece first because it's just about dry. I put lots of salt. I love salt. I love salt on my pieces. I just love my salt. Yeah, let's get that. We'll use the salt up.
Like a cooking show now.
It's a cooking show. Okay, that's done with those. I'll put a little coffee in. It's like cooking, isn't it? What's interesting when I do these, it's always the bottom that comes out better than the top. You can see with some of the hay has made marks.
Okay.
So, in fact, I think what I'll do on this one is also, let me do a, it's backed, so it's sticky on one side. Thank you. It's good to have an assistant.
Yep.
And let's see, so just a line like that, so it sticks. So I expect that to be a black line, if all goes well. Here's a piece, I can smell the coffee. Here's a piece of that copper Chore Boy, and I'm gonna drape that over the top. The most important thing is if you want, like I like the pattern of the Chore Boy, so I'm going to get it as tight in as I can next to the pot. That's the best results. We'll get it there. Now, it's the mad scientist. I love this. Put a little of this. You put a whole lot of very small wood sawdust.
Yeah.
It turns black, so I'm not crazy about that.
You're better off with chips and...
I like the chips better, yeah. I think that these are from a bedding for gerbils.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay, so I need stuff on the top because I wanted to get some color up there. So I like big batches of this stuff, and it lasts me years. And that's just... Okay, here's some sugar. Why not? Sweeten it up a little bit. Crazy, huh? And more salt, because I love my salt. So now I try and get everything tucked in as best I can. This is heavy-duty aluminum foil. I want to press up against that piece. Make sure everything's got a little bit of something on there. Press it in as best I can to make sure everything is touching that piece. And I like to put another covering over it. just to make sure it's secure and has no oxygen getting in. I like a good reduction so that the colors are good and bright. And now we just hope it's okay.
Yep.
Now we'll do the other one. When you touch the tin foil with the ferric chloride, it will burn it.
Yeah.
So I expect that I'm going to, for sure, have 2 coats in here, 2 levels of aluminum foil. There we go. We'll see if that starts burning. I would think it would. Okay. Salt. Again. Lots of salt. Morton salt loves me. This was natural sea salt. Whoa, that's the expensive kind. A little bit of this. I'm not going to put any copper on this. I want it to be simple because I don't know what's going to happen with what's already done with the Avara. So I'm going to leave it like that and try and just get the pinks. And so we have that. And this is like, I don't spend a lot of time doing it. It's quick.
Yeah.
It's a quick thing. And it's a balance of not getting too much and too much. So you have to be a little careful about that. I don't know what. Someone asked me one time, what does coffee do? I have no clue. Some people use old banana skins. Probably not a bad idea. It'll work. It'll do something. Because whatever chemicals,
Potassium in bananas, yeah. Yeah, we've used bananas.
Yeah.
You get like a gray glow on it.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. And some people use feathers. You can actually use horsehair inside of this.
Yeah.
It just seems to. And there you go. The rest is cleanup.
Awesome.